When we got married and we went to our honeymoon the next day, we decided for our honeymoon that it would be a disconnected honeymoon, meaning no computers, no cell phones, just being able to pour into each other, plan out what our family life would look like, what type of parents we want to be, what type of spouse we want to be, so really just pour into each other. And so again, no phones, but at the time, Charlie's assistant gave Charlie a bat phone for emergencies, so there was only emergency phone numbers on this phone.
For years, people pictured Erika and Charlie Kirk's honeymoon as the start of some perfect conservative love story. Then, Charlie's own sister allegedly started exposing what was really happening behind the scenes. And once people went back and looked at that honeymoon story more carefully, it stopped sounding romantic. It started sounding very uncomfortable. People now think Charlie may have realized something about Erika far earlier than anyone originally believed. The reason this is being taken seriously is that the criticism around Erika is no longer coming from random gossip pages. It's allegedly coming from Charlie's own family. That changes everything. Internet rumors are one thing. Family members quietly pulling away is something else entirely. Over the past few months, viewers have noticed growing tension between Erika and Charlie's inner circle, especially his sister Mary. According to online speculation, Mary allegedly became uncomfortable with how Erika handled Charlie's image after his death. And once people noticed that tension, they went back and started looking at old clips in a completely different way, especially the honeymoon story. Erika once told an audience about how she and Charlie wanted a disconnected honeymoon. No social media, no distractions, just the two of them building their future together. She repeated this story while giving a speech after receiving an honorary degree in Charlie's honor.
We arrive, we go straight to the gym, because that's what we did, and I'm on one side of the gym, Charlie's on the other, and then all of a sudden, I was thinking he pulled out the bat phone. I was like, okay, maybe he's gonna put on some music. He loved classic rock. I was like, maybe he's gonna put on some music. So I'm on the treadmill, he's over in the weights, and all of a sudden I hear Dr. Arndt's voice coming from the side of the room. And so I walk over to him, and I was like, baby, what are you listening to? He goes, I know. He was like, I'm almost done. He's like, I have to finish just a few more lectures from Dr. Arndt. I have a few more certificates I have to get from my online courses at Hillsdale. We're almost there. I can't skip him. I was like, baby, you...
At first, the story sounded sweet. Then she added one detail that completely changed the mood. According to Erika, Charlie spent part of the honeymoon listening to lectures connected to Larry Arnn and Hillsdale online courses instead of being fully present with his new wife. The audience laughed when she told the story, but people online aren't laughing anymore, because once Charlie's sister allegedly started hinting at deeper issues behind the scenes, and viewers began asking why a man on his honeymoon already seemed mentally somewhere else, it shifted the entire narrative. People started reading that moment less like a funny newlywed story, and more like the first visible crack in the marriage. Critics now believe Charlie may have started noticing contradictions in Erika much earlier than people originally thought, especially once older parts of her past started resurfacing online. For years, Erika publicly promoted an image of discipline, modesty, and traditional values. She warned women about modern culture and framed herself as someone who had lived very differently before meeting Charlie. Then, the internet pulled receipts. Old reality TV clips resurfaced. Archived social media posts came back.
I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than going, I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way. But I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another. So it goes twofold here. So if you're expecting to marry someone that I was blessed with, like a Charlie, you have to be the type of woman that will attract a Charlie. Are you going to church? Are you going to Bible study?
Was until I hosted the first Trump rally in Trump rally history right here in Arizona in 2015. I got a call from Miss Erika Kirk, Miss Arizona 2012. I just want to help, she said. So naturally, I put her right behind the president.
Past relationships that people claim she denied suddenly became public conversation. And once viewers lined everything up, the issue stopped being about whether Erika had a past. It became about why so much effort allegedly went into rewriting it. That's where the image control conversation really exploded. Critics pointed to deleted pages, disappearing online bios, old footage becoming harder to find, and stories that no longer matched previous timelines.
Then came the Romanian Angels controversy. Online users revisited Erika's charity work in Romania, and while the organization publicly presented itself as humanitarian outreach, internet speculation quickly turned darker once people started questioning missing details, old connections, and resurfaced interactions from her past. None of those major allegations have been proven, but once people already suspect someone is hiding parts of their image, every unanswered question starts looking bigger. And according to viewers following this story closely, Charlie's sister Mary allegedly became one of the first people inside the family to subtly push back against Erika's public narrative. That's why people think the honeymoon matters so much. If Mary is now exposing cracks publicly, viewers are asking whether Charlie privately noticed those same cracks years earlier. Reports and rumors have also circulated claiming Charlie's parents were connected to leaked conversations and recordings Erika allegedly never wanted getting out.
Back in 2013, Erika Kirk, or rather Erika Fronsby, because that's her maiden name, was dating a basketball player named Joshua Harrelson. Joshua Harrelson's Twitter handle is @BigGeorge55. That is a crazy Twitter handle. Anyways, how do I know this? How do I know that they dated? Well, despite Erika deleting all of her old posts and pictures and privating her old accounts, many people commented underneath her posts, and those comments underneath her posts are still visible on Twitter. For example, this tweet from November 11th, 2013, @Erika Fronsby @BigGeorge55. It's the best when it's like that. Everything is just practice until the one.
If all of this is true, that means this isn't just online tension. It means people inside Charlie's own family may be actively working to make the public see Erika in a very different light. And that alone completely changed how viewers interpreted everything that happened after Charlie's death, especially Erika's rise inside the conservative movement. Instead of stepping away quietly after losing her husband, Erika became more visible, more public, and more political. Critics noticed the contrast immediately, because while Erika publicly spoke about grief, faith, and legacy, people online kept pointing to moments that felt strangely performative. One of the biggest flashpoints was the backlash surrounding the Amfest event. After reports spread that a recreation of the tent where Charlie died had allegedly been displayed publicly, viewers split hard online. Some defended it as honoring his legacy. Others thought it crossed a deeply disturbing line.
And you can see from behind me, this is a recreation of the tent where Charlie Kirk lost his life at Utah University in September, and people are taking selfies with it.
I can't. I cannot. I am not capable of whatever that. When I saw this, I realized I do not know enough words. I had to consult a thesaurus, and I still could not land upon the correct adjective to describe how I felt when I saw that tent. People taking selfies under a recreation. I don't know if it's actually the tent. It looks like it's pretty old, or a tent that Charlie died under. That's what was happening at Amfest. Horrified. I was aghast. I don't think I ever described myself as aghast. I was aghast. It was ghastly to look at that and to realize that they made a conscious decision to allow that to happen. To what end?
And according to online speculation, Charlie's sister Mary allegedly fell firmly in the second category, the people who were disturbed by it. That's when the internet really started asking whether Erika and Charlie's family were even on the same side anymore, because every new public appearance seemed to raise more questions instead of giving answers. People began dissecting Erika's speeches, her tone, her body language, and one specific moment at a TPUSA event drew sharp attention. Erika walked on stage looking glowing and happy, not subdued in the way many expected from a grieving widow. She then openly praised Nicki Minaj on stage, someone Charlie had clearly and publicly criticized as a bad influence.